Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and I'm bringing you today a, well, modern classic, and I'll be very surprised if this car doesn't go on to be a very sought after classic in the future, based on no other reason than they are just lovely, excellent, wonderful cars to drive, own, and if you've got the kind of job where you could afford to perhaps spread your car collection out and go for the ultimate motorway cruiser, then the BMW is surely one that you would consider. I always mix up my E numbers, but I'm pretty certain that I'm right in saying the E38 model. This one is from the late 90s, 1999 in fact. It's covered 145,000 miles and a bit. But I would say, from having driven the car, it's been well maintained and the service book is fully stamped up and it's always been serviced, and it drives very nicely because of that. It's got a current MOT that runs through to early 2019. The car itself wasn't that long since it was fully serviced, and something you'll notice immediately is these rather smart BBS alloy wheels. Now these are virtually brand new, as a new set of tyres are fitted at the same time. They're 19 inch, they've got the split rims, and as you can see on the back there, they look super smart and they really set the car off. If they're not your cup of tea, you can go back to standard, but I do know that these are really popular choice, and you can see I'm getting in there, and I know that the car had new brakes fitted recently as well, so you want good brakes on these cars because they do go well. Now personally, I think the 728 is the engine of choice for this range. Now you might think, well hang on, you can get a 735, you can get the 740s, I know you can get the huge 750s with the V12 engines in, but these offer you blistering performance actually, and something which is almost like fuel economy. All the other cars I've mentioned were into V8s and they are a expensive car to run, very satisfying. The 728 will go as fast as you'll ever want, and there is a bit of fuel economy to talk of as well. In fact, if you drive these cars sensibly, you can actually do the high 20s in them, which is pretty good for a huge car like the 7 Series BMW. Now, spec is really important to these. I've always called these an Oxford blue. I think it is an Oxford blue. It's a very dark midnight blue. It looks black when it gets dark, but actually this is a dark blue. And I personally think the colour scheme here of the Dakota leather interior, super smart. And you can see just how good condition those rear seats are in. It's got two sets of carpet mats, so this is gives you an idea what the owner was like. Lovely headlining through there. It really is a great spec car, because when I get into the front, I can start to point out that you've got memory electric seats, which is lovely in the 7 Series. There previously been an old style mobile phone would have been fitted in there. The car does have a CD auto changer in the back, ice cold air conditioning, I can vouch for that, works nicely. A multi-function steering wheel, beautiful steering wheels these. I'm into steering wheels and these just feel great in your hand, but you're still in the stage where you've got airbags throughout. In fact, I think I'm right in saying that the 7 Series is one of the first cars to have side airbags. In fact, the 7 Series BMW from this era was a car that was full of firsts. I think one of the first cars to ever have a satellite navigation system, which, to be honest with you, in today's standards it's probably truly awful, but and it is in good condition. I mean, I've got to tell you, when you put the key in the ignition, you do suffer with one of the issues that the BMWs from this era had, which is a slight lack of pixels. Let me put the key in and hopefully give you a demonstration. Of course the steering lock's on now, and this is a demo I wish I'd never offered you, but I'm going to try to see what I can manage. It's a one-handed attempt. Automatic, which really is what you want with these cars, and you've got the top half is like a mushroom colour interior, and that lovely rasp with the BMW. Can you see what I mean about the pixelation there? And you suffer a little bit on the display unit up here. Sort of dicing with going a bit mad. But it's a minor thing. I'm going to turn that engine back off actually. And let's show you the boot size. It's really big. And again, you know, sort of in the trade, we do look out for little telltale signs of good ownership. Look how smart and good condition it is here. Huge boot. There's your 6-changer BMW multi-changer. There's your big boot, nice and clean. And let's sort of go around to the front here. Again, I'm doing the famous one-handed boot opening maneuver. Not always the easiest when you're just trying to do it one-handed, but we usually get there. I don't know where the clip is. It's just so difficult to do it one hand. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this camera down over here, and I'm going to try and open this boot up, this bonnet. I do apologise. Usually I can get a boot open in sub 5 seconds. And for those of you who want to know how you do it, there's a little handle there. I just had to stick my hand inside to find that. She's lovely and clean underneath the bonnet. That's that legendary 2.8 straight 6 BMW engine. And as I mentioned to you earlier, the one to have. She's nice and clean under the bonnet, but that was a huge effort to open it, so I thought I'd better not give up. And at the price point, I happen to think that these are pretty lovely cars. Now, there's stone chips. That's going to probably make it look quite terrible when I get close up, but you don't do 145,000 miles without getting some of those. Bodywork wise, I personally think she is in nice order, but again, if I get in close, you can see a little mark here. Generally a few little marks here and there, a tiny little sort of start of a bit of a bubble here just underneath the badge, but I mean, I'm being fussy now because this side doesn't seem to have suffered at all, whereas the other side you do have a couple of small, there's a stone chips that I mentioned to you through the front here. And you've got some minor parking dents, but minor, down this side. But then when I step back, the car does present very nicely. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity of having a look at the car up close. And I've spent 8 minutes walking around the car. I'm hoping that's given you everything you need. She's in stock now. I personally think these cars are going to rise in value in time. I think they're a huge bargain really for what they are. Look at how much an S-type Mercedes costs. S-Class Mercedes of this era, they're starting to get rather dear. They happen to be fab cars as well. So please give us a call to arrange to come and have a look at this car. We offer trade-in, we can offer UK delivery. In certain circumstances, we can even look into finance options for you. But I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this, considering a big chunk of money just been spent on these new wheels and tyres. I think it makes this car a real bargain. Please get in contact today and arrange to come and have a look, and you could be driving her home. Thanks folks, Danny at Bradley James signing out.